Hi, everyone. This is Sarah Clark with the Ablr team. I'm super excited to be joined by my friend and colleague, Liv Evans. Liv, would you mind introducing yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Liv Evans. I am the program coordinator for Ablr Works, which is the workforce development division of Ablr. And I have been with Ablr since October of 2022. So I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary with the team, and I have had the privilege of helping with the logistics, admin, and development of the Ablr Works program.
Awesome. Woo, happy 2-year anniversary.
Thank you.
So, in light of NDEAM as part of our content series, I wanted to talk with you today and learn a little bit about some of the work that you're doing outside of Ablr, because I think it's actually really relevant to NDEAM and what we're talking about. So, would you mind kind of talking a bit about how you got started in the disability services space and your career trajectory?
So, when I was a student at Tulane University in New Orleans, there was this amazing club on campus called the Tulane University Service Dog Training and Education Program, or Two-Step for short. And it has the mission of raising service animals in partnership with an organization called Canine Companions, and also educating the campus community about the benefits of service animals and disability inclusion. When I was a senior in college, I got the opportunity to become a volunteer puppy raiser with Canine Companions via Two-Step, and I received my first puppy to raise. His name is Future, and as many of you might know, I still have Future today, as he is my, as we like to call him, my fabulous flunky of the service animal program. Future did not want to be a service animal, but it was so enlightening to me being able to train him and all that I was able to learn about disability inclusion and the experiences of the disability community and how I could be a better advocate and ally. And so I knew that puppy raising, volunteer puppy raising, was something that I wanted to continue doing as I started graduate school at NC State and then eventually started my career. And it really allowed me to focus on studying the experiences of the disability community on college campuses when I was in graduate school, getting my master's degree in higher education administration. I focused much of my coursework, as much as I possibly could, on better understanding the disability community. And then I went into working in disability services at a large public university in the Southeast. And so I was able to continue throughout that entire time as a volunteer puppy raiser, and I'm still raising service dogs today. I'm still a volunteer puppy raiser with Canine Companions, and I'm raising my 5th puppy, Luigi.
Big fan of Luigi, all of your dogs, really. But would you mind talking a bit now about what Canine Companions is?
Canine Companions is the largest service animal organization in the United States. It is a national nonprofit that is focused on providing highly trained, highly skilled assistance dogs completely free of charge to the recipient, and they provide a variety of types of dogs, including mobility assistance dogs for children or those who may not have the dexterity to handle a dog on their own, who would have a facilitator as the handler of their dog. There are dogs for folks who are deaf and hard of hearing who can alert to different sounds in the environment. And they also provide service animals or facility dogs, rather, to professionals in hospitals, other medical settings, criminal justice settings, and educational settings. And those dogs are able to assist in those professional settings with their 40+ skills that they have learned throughout their training with Canine Companions.
That's so cool. So, can you talk a little bit about how service animals can support professionals with disabilities in the workplace?
Absolutely. Since we are, of course, celebrating National Disability Employment Awareness Month, it is so important to think about the role that service animals play in a person with a disability's experience in the workplace. As you mentioned, Sarah, there are so many ways that a service animal can help. It might be through physical support, like picking up dropped objects, or even opening the refrigerator in the break room with a tug strap, being able to open drawers or push drawers closed. All of these things are tasks that a service animal is able to assist with in the physical sense. There are also service dogs that provide medical alerts, whether that be to someone's blood sugar or their heart rate. or a seizure that is oncoming. These things are very important for a service animal to be able to intervene so that a person with a disability or chronic illness can have early intervention with their symptoms. And then, of course, there are dogs who provide social and emotional support for folks with cognitive impairments or mental health disabilities, where the dog really provides a sense of regulation by providing deep pressure therapy, for example. That can be a really important thing for individuals with disabilities in the workplace. And the reality is these animals allow people to do their jobs better. They allow them to do their job more equitably. And that is why it is so important for workplaces to welcome service animals as an accommodation for those folks who need them. I myself, I've been super lucky to be able to bring my puppies in training to my workplace at Ablr and LC Industries. And I just think that the fact that LC Industries and Ablr are allowing puppies in training, not even talking about fully trained service animals who are of course welcome at LCI. We have many guide dogs who are around the floor, the manufacturing floor, and the other offices at LCI that we've seen around. But welcoming puppies in training is just showing, how much they are champions of disability inclusion and advocacy for the disability community. By allowing volunteer puppy raisers into the workplace, we're allowing us as volunteer puppy raisers to advocate and teach folks about the etiquette that's needed around service animals for when these dogs are going to be able to help their handlers.
Excellent. Thanks, Liv. And to kind of wrap us up, touching on that etiquette, would you mind giving some guidelines on the proper etiquette?
Absolutely. So the first thing to remember is that we want to respect the boundaries of the service animal team. And so we want to avoid petting, playing with, talking to, or making noises at a service animal when they're in the workplace. Of course, if you've been given direct permission from the handler to interact with the dog, then that would be okay to interact with the dog at that time. But we don't ever want to be the ones who are taking that initiative rather than listening to the handler's wishes. In the same sense, we also want to ensure that we speak directly to the handler, never to the dog or companion that is with the handler. We want to speak directly to the handler at all times. And then provide space to the handler and the dog. If you think that they might be in the middle of a task, then that wouldn't be a good time to go up to the person as they are having their dog complete a task for them. And so we just want to ensure that, of course, that we have that baseline of respect when it comes to service animal etiquette and ensure that we're getting permission from the handler before interacting and also interacting with that handler directly.
Thanks so much. Now I'm wondering, do you think we can have an opportunity to meet your current service dog in training?
If he can wake up from his little nap over here, then I think that he can say hello. Luigi, come here. Hi, buddy. Luigi, lap. There we go.
Oh.
Luigi's using this lap cue, and he's learning this so that eventually he can deliver objects to his handler if he retrieves an object for them that they've dropped. So that is why we teach them this very important skill of lap. Oh,
fantastic.
Good boy, Luigi. Good job, buddy.
And would you mind describing to our viewers what kind of dog and what he looks like?
Absolutely. Luigi is a black Labrador Golden Retriever mix. He is black coat with short hair, and he is wearing a yellow Canine Companions puppy in training vest.
That's awesome.
Oh, boy.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Liv, and thanks, Luigi, for such an awesome and insightful conversation about service dogs. I'm so excited to get to publish this and help other folks learn more about the importance of service dogs and the importance that they bring to our communities. So thanks so much, Liv.
Thank you. All right, Luigi, lap. Good boy. You say bye.